Who Dat Nation, listen up. We are talking about a massive piece of our defensive puzzle that has everyone in New Orleans buzzing. While we focus on a youth movement, this veteran interior lineman has become the ultimate X factor for our defense heading into 2026. Is he the missing link to finally stopping the run, or is his time in the Big Easy coming to a sudden end? There is a major situation unfolding with his contract and leadership role that you need to know right now. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below. Let's dive into this. Davon Godchaux enters his 10th season in the NFL, and his second with the Saints, as a pivotal figure in the team's defensive interior. As a veteran, his presence is highlighted not just by his performance on game day, but by the leadership he provides throughout the week. Growing up just 80 miles from the team's facilities in Plaquemine, Louisiana, and having played his college ball at LSU, there is a clear local narrative regarding whether he might finish his career near his childhood home. With his current contract set to expire after the 2026 season, the stakes for his production are high. The team has seen significant movement in its defensive leadership structure, with Demario Davis gone and Cameron Jordan's status in limbo, leaving a potential void that a veteran like Godchaux could theoretically step into. Having previously served as a captain for the Miami Dolphins in 2019, he understands the responsibilities of that role, a season that also saw him record a career-high 75 tackles and 7 quarterback hits. As the franchise leans into a youth movement under Coach Kellen Moore, the balance provided by experienced players like Godchaux remains a critical component of the roster's overall stability. The Saints are counting on him to anchor the defensive front as they continue to refine their scheme. His experience as a former LSU Tiger adds a unique layer to his tenure in New Orleans, connecting him deeply to the local sports culture. Whether he secures a future beyond this season will likely depend on his ability to elevate his impact in the middle of the defensive line while helping the team navigate this transition period during the 2026 campaign. Who dat? Why does this matter right now for the Saints? The focus on the interior defensive line has been a recurring theme for the organization over the last 5 years. While much of the recent discourse has centered on the offensive side of the ball, the team is clearly prioritizing its ability to stop the run. Last season, under defensive coordinator Brandon Staley, the unit saw a massive improvement, jumping to 9th overall in the league. However, there is a clear discrepancy between their 4th-ranked pass defense and their 19th-ranked run defense. To bridge that gap, the team requires consistent production from its interior linemen. Godchaux, standing at 6'3" and weighing 330 pounds, was acquired to serve as a primary run stuffer. While he contributed last season, the objective for 2026 is for him to provide a more significant impact in the trenches. He will face competition for playing time from second-round pick Kristen Miller, who hails from Georgia. This battle for reps is essential for the defense to elevate its run-stopping capabilities to match its success against the pass. The ability to control the A and B gaps is non-negotiable for the Saints, especially with a schedule featuring formidable running backs like Bijan Robinson, Josh Jacobs, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Derrick Henry. By maintaining veteran stability in these critical gaps, the team aims to build a more consistent defensive front. If Godchaux can effectively command these spaces, it provides the team with the necessary defensive integrity to handle high-powered rushing attacks throughout the season. His role is not just about individual statistics. It is about providing the foundation upon which the rest of the defensive unit can operate effectively in the 2026 defensive scheme. Godchaux's skill set is defined by his versatility, a trait that remains highly valued as the Saints navigate their defensive transition. His ability to perform across different gaps is a key asset for an interior lineman in a system looking to solidify its identity. Strength in the A and B gaps allows him to disrupt the opposing team's ground game, which has been a point of emphasis for the staff. However, the requirement for improvement is clear, as he was at times unable to break free from his blockers during the previous season. While his primary objective is to stop the run, his lack of pass rush production is a notable aspect of his profile. Throughout his 137-game career, he has accumulated only 5.5 sacks, and he has not recorded a sack since the 2022 season in New England. While interior linemen are often judged by metrics other than sack totals, the team requires maximum efficiency from every position group. His arrival via a trade in March 2025 for what became a 7th-round pick reflects the organization's desire to bolster their interior depth without massive long-term commitments. He is currently finishing a 2-year, $11 million contract, and his performance in 2026 will serve as the final evaluation of that acquisition. As he prepares for his 32nd birthday, his experience in the league provides a level of durability and knowledge that the coaching staff can utilize to help younger players, like Kristen Miller, develop within the system. The balance between utilizing a veteran's strength to plug gaps and the need for more dynamic playmaking remains a central focus for the defensive staff as they refine their personnel usage for the current season. Born in 1994, Davin Godshow's journey has been marked by local success and professional perseverance. As an all-state defensive lineman at Plaquemine High School, he emerged as a top prospect before an ACL tear impacted his senior season. His choice of LSU over schools like Ole Miss, Auburn, and UCLA demonstrated his early stature as a high-level recruit. His time in Baton Rouge saw him transition through coaching changes, playing under both Les Miles and Ed Orgeron. By the time he declared for the 2017 NFL Draft as a junior, he had established himself as a force, recording 62 tackles, 8.5 tackles for loss, and 6.5 sacks in his final collegiate season. This history informs the veteran presence he brings to the field today. Following his selection in the 5th round by the Miami Dolphins, he spent 4 seasons in Miami, though his tenure was hampered by injury and the truncated 2020 campaign. He subsequently moved to the New England Patriots, where he spent 4 seasons and collected 250 total tackles, proving his ability to be a productive, high-volume tackler. His trade to New Orleans in March 2025 brought him back to his home state, fulfilling a return that brought him full circle in his professional career. This background is exactly why the team saw value in bringing him into the current defensive structure. He brings a deep understanding of the professional demands placed on defensive linemen. Whether or not he remains with the Saints beyond the expiration of his contract remains a subject of intrigue, but his immediate focus is clearly on the defensive responsibilities assigned to him for the remainder of his current deal during this critical 2026 campaign. As the team moves forward, the contribution of Davin Godshow remains tied to the overarching goal of achieving defensive consistency, while the youth movement under coach Kellen Moore is the primary focus for the long-term vision of the franchise. The short-term requirements of the 2026 season necessitate the presence of established veterans. His role as a run-stuffer is a direct response to the defensive issues the team faced over the last 2 years. By addressing these gaps, the organization has created a clearer path to defensive improvement. Every rep he takes in the A and B gaps serves as a benchmark for the team's internal progress. With his contract expiring, the upcoming weeks and months are significant for his professional future. His relationship with the local community, bolstered by his history with the Green Devils and LSU, maintains a strong connection between the player and the fan base. The team's commitment to defensive depth is evident in the acquisition of players with specific skill sets that match the requirements of the 3-4 transition. Godshow is a piece of that puzzle, and his ability to hold his position and occupy offensive linemen is vital for the success of the linebackers and secondary behind him. As the season progresses, his performance will be monitored closely to see if he can fulfill the expectations placed upon him by the front office. Whether he continues to evolve in his current role or remains a bridge for younger talent, his impact on the 2026 defensive efforts is a central story. The Saints are committed to ensuring every position group contributes to a winning effort, and Godshow is expected to provide that necessary veteran stability in the middle.